with no further ado, when Michael Green and I were researching for our book Philanthrocapitalism, we were shocked by the amount of energy going into prizes, starting with the XPRIZE, but all sorts of other prizes that we saw out there, and that historically how this was the reinvention of an old idea, but done in a way that was bringing the best of current management practices and thinking about strategic effectiveness to bear on that old idea. And this panel is a chance to hear what's going on, but really to explore how far this can really go. And as a journalist, I'm going to be obliged to bring some skepticism about what the limits of this are. And are we all getting carried away? Where do we really see the greatest opportunities? Where do we see the practical constraints? We have an absolutely terrific panel to address that. We're going to start with a presentation of a great study by two consultants at McKinsey, Paul Jansen and then Jonathan Bays. We're then going to go to hear from Alpheus Bingham, who is the co-founder of Incentive, which I think is really making a huge difference both in the for-profit and non-profit world in terms of using all sorts of different incentives to generate innovation. And of course, we have Peter Diamandis, the man behind the XPRIZE Foundation. And also we have, speaking on this panel, who made a number of interesting interventions in the previous session, Anthony Tether, who's the former director of the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA. So if I can invite the panelists all to come up on stage now, and I'm going to hand over straight away to Paul Jansen of McKinsey. They're going to talk for about 10 minutes on the study that they've done of all the different prizes out there. And then we're going to have about 5 minutes each from our panelists and then go into a conversation and then bring you in as quickly as we possibly can.